What's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on? Crystal, what's up? Jojo? Logan? What's going on? How is everybody? What's up, everybody? Why do I hear myself? What's going on? You guys hear me good? You hear me? We're good, right? All right. I need your Super Bowl pick. Victor, slow down, bro. I need to feel. That's a feel. Yeah, what's up, Howard? Thanks for... Shout out to Howard. He took like 25 minutes off of me. I'm a little late, but I got to my spot. Quinn is gone. So, I haven't had time to look since posting my video this morning. What are they talking about? I did see Trayvon Diggs. I did see Trayvon say that he wants Al Harris to be the defensive coordinator. My thing is, I don't know if Al is ready. You know, that's my thing. Is Al ready? I don't know. Is Al ready to be a D coordinator? Was all the talk about Ron Rivera just rumor mill like everything else? Okay, Victor. So you're saying it's going to be Ron. I say the relationship with us and Mike Zimmer is always big. So I think he's an option. I'd be good with either one of them. Al Harris, I'd be worried. I think Al Harris is leaving too, Hamid. I think he is too. I don't think he's ready to be defensive coordinator. I really love him, though. I think if he goes to Washington, he'll probably be the D coordinator and it's perfect situation for him because now he gets to work. You know, Dan Quinn's going to have his hand in the defense. Again, like I said with the Eagles last year, we got to keep it 100 here. We've lost our defensive coordinator. You can say what you want, but we've led the league in turnovers for what, the last 2 years? I agree, Howard. I've been saying 3, 4. Or trade Micah. And that was part of my video earlier was Micah Parsons. Now I got some feedback. We would need more than a number 1. Yeah, I'm not saying that it would have to be at least their number 2 overall pick. That's if they didn't want one of those young guys. Let's say they did the evaluation and they like one guy and he's gone. Then maybe, would you take their number 2 pick this year, second round pick this year, which is at the top of the round, and their 1 next year? Would you do that? I mean, I'm not saying definitely get rid of Michael Parsons. I'm just saying all options are on the table. If I'm a general manager, I have to look at all my options. You can't just lock in on any one player. It's a team game, people. People want to get caught up with, like specifics. It's a team game. So that's what I would do. What's up, Linda? How are you? I'll get to the chat here. Felix Rojas, what's up? They need to do what they have to do to keep Al Harris. Felix, I'm not with you there, bro. Felix, you're going to the draft, right? You're the one that's going to the draft, Felix? You got family in Lansing? I got to get my names down. Felix, just let me know if that's you. Because we're definitely going. When I go home tonight, I got to lock in my rental car. I know it's a long ways out, but I want to get a good deal on it. Our team is slowly being purged. Devil Dog. Just think a lot of our defensive guys that are free agents they're going to follow Dan Quinn. And I don't blame them. It's a good situation. Well, so you have to understand. Splash Bros. What's up, Splash Bros? I've seen rumors that the Chiefs could franchise tag Chris Jones and trade him. Would you trade Chris Jones for Micah? You would have to give me more. Micah's young. Chris Jones is 30. So you'd have to give me I don't think that would work for the Cowboys. Howard, I don't see him staying here. I think Dallas should get what they can for him. If they don't, until him, the right defense. Exactly. That's how I look at it. I don't think he's a linebacker, Howard, in a 4-3. I think he can be. I mean, obviously he's a better edge rusher, but he has some issues, especially stopping the run as an edge rusher. Can he get better? Yeah. Dan Quinn's going to make a play for him. If I was Dan Quinn, I would offer our number 2 pick this year and our number 1 next year for Micah Parsons. Would you do it? I'm not saying that the Cowboys are going to do it, but he's going to want $35 million a year. Are you willing to pay that, everybody? I mean, this is an honest question here. He's in year 4. We don't have to do nothing with him, technically. But he's going to be pissy if we don't. Yes, Brian, I'm going to draft. Lots of family in Lansing. All right, Felix, we got to hook up. So we got you. We got Ultra Cowboy, which should be fun. He says he's going to be there. We have a few people. I think Asman, maybe we'll share. Maybe I'll buy him a Rosie O'Donnell from Pink's. I think that's the lukewarm hot dog served on a soggy lukewarm bun, served with the brown water. I don't know. It could be fun. Parsons just wants to rush the passer. The guy was right. Yeah, Hamid, it's an honest-to-God question. As a Cowboy fan, I love Micah, and he's ultra rare. But if we're not going to play him, like Howard says, in a 3-4, you're doing a disservice to your team, and you're going to pay him upwards of $35 million. I don't see how we could do that. I think Dallas will extend Dak and make it a tradable contract. That's where the draft pick talks come in play, in my opinion. It all depends on what they do with Dak before Mike's. Yeah, I agree. I think what they have to do is they have to, like you said, make a deal with Dak. Now, I mean, let's say, for instance, they plan on keeping Dak, right? Okay, then you do the long-term deal. This is not necessarily what I like or don't like. This is just what, like, we're talking about what is, right? If they want to re-sign Dak long-term, okay, then you have to re-sign CD, and then we'll see about Micah. Maybe a franchise Micah, but you have to re-sign CD. And then you go from there. But hey, Elena, how are you? I was just telling everybody, I got to keep it real. I got to keep it 100. I was saying you guys were going to take a step back because you lost both your coordinators. Well, we're not losing our offensive coordinator because he's still there, Mike McCarthy, and we still have Schottenheimer. But we did lose our D coordinator. It's to be determined. If they go young with an Al Harris, we could take a step back. I love Al Harris, but I don't know that he's ready to roll as a D coordinator. Trayvon Diggs want him. Of course he wants him. But, we'll see what they do. That's up to McCarthy. I would rather have a Rivera or a Mike Zimmer. That's what I would rather have. But, again, I don't make the call. But what I wanted to talk about is if Dallas, all right, let's put it this way. I don't think this is going to happen, but let's say that Dan Quinn, hear me out, people. Let's say Dan Quinn wants to trade the number 2 overall pick for Micah. We take a quarterback there. That would be the only reason why you would do that. If you take a quarterback number 2, there's no reason you have to come up with a deal for Dak Prescott and trade him to a team that he wants to go to. You'll get a 1 in return, mid-round 1, maybe a top 10, but not, that's what you're going to get. So then we could turn around, you start Trey Lance, and you'll get your number 2 at quarterback, whether it's a guy out of LSU or whoever it is. There's a bunch of studs. And then go with your offensive lineman. Wow. I mean, that's a way to go, right? That's a way to go. Let's say we get Atlanta's pick, and he goes to Atlanta. Everybody likes Atlanta. we get their pick in the first round. So maybe, you know, we get 2 top 10 picks. You go quarterback and you go next available best player, most likely an offensive lineman. Dude, you have to look at all things. Let me get to the chat. Brad, what's up, buddy? I haven't been looking, Brad. That's the first one. Oh, Brian, I thought you said at 2 o'clock, so that's why I'm late. It is 2 o'clock. It's 2:19 Eastern time. He's a hybrid turned into an edge rusher. Agreed. Let's see. I mean, Parsons just want to rush the passer. The guy was right. Okay, I think Dallas will extend Dak, make a tradable contract. He was a great run stopper in college because he used the abilities and they used. Yeah, exactly. He was a freak. I don't think he's a very good linebacker with instincts. Franchise Parsons problems all year. Trust me. Yeah, I agree, but I'm just telling you what's on the table. I personally. So you like Mike Zimmer, if not Al. I love Mike Zimmer, so I would be real good with that. Either way, Mike Zimmer likes the big boys up front. Ron Rivera likes the big boys up front. So in a way, we're going to know whether it was the front office not giving Dan Quinn what he wanted, or was Dan Quinn more like a Rod Marinelli who didn't necessarily want the studs up front. He just wanted to make diamond out of water in the wine, or whatever the hell you want to say. I did see your comments, Brad. All right, so let's say that it's true and Caleb Williams is off the board. What quarterback would you take then? I don't know, man. I really like that LSU quarterback. I know he's really slight. I think we need to let it play out the combine. You got Penix. I don't know, man. There's a lot of quarterbacks out there. I think more likely we're going to keep Dak, but I'm just saying you have to have all options. If you really want to be honest with yourself, you have to have all options on the table. If somebody is willing to give you a top 10 pick for Dak and multiple picks for Micah, let's say like a top 10 pick and like a round 2 pick next year for Micah, you have to look at that. Why? Because you got these huge contracts staring you in the face. We didn't get it done with these guys. We have to stay. Now, do we want to face Micah? No, I understand, but you have to field the call. That's all I'm saying. Splash Bros. All right, so let's say that is true. Caleb, okay, yeah. I don't know yet, Splash. I'm going to start getting into the draft, so really start looking at the names. I want to see the Senior Bowl on Sunday or Saturday. Is it Saturday or Sunday? I think it might be Sunday, right? Dan Quinn is going to have a stacked up team and scary with all the draft picks he has in Washington. Exactly. It was a good situation because of that. I don't blame Dan for going there. I really don't. It's a perfect time for him coming off of that disaster in the playoffs that he had a hand in. He can't say anything less. The one thing about Dan Quinn is the Shanahan coaching tree eats him alive. So, do I like the fact that he's going to stay in our division? No, I don't. I definitely see your comments. You have Trey Lance. Why you need a quarterback? I said Trey Lance is an unproven. If you get a chance to this is a super quarterback draft. So if that were the case, you take one. You start Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance is a backup quarterback in this league. Or you keep Dak and you trade Trey Lance. Or you keep them both and Trey Lance just develops into the backup and you let Cooper Rush go. You got options. We should hire someone outside the organization to be DC. I kind of agree with you. I think Trey Lance will be headed over to Washington for picks. Really? That would be interesting. Alex, we need running back. Wouldn't you want a first-round running back? No, there isn't a running back worth taking in the first round, Felix. Round 2, possibly, yes. My plan would be to bring in a Derrick Henry or a Josh Jacobs. But in a perfect world, bring in Derrick Henry for a 1-year deal, then draft a running back in round 2. Like a Brooks out of Texas. He's coming off an ACL. But other than that, I don't think you're going to see a first-round running back taken this year. Hey, game time. What's up, Lady Libra? Stephen Brown. What's up, buddy? Lady Libra. How you doing today? I like the Florida State QB. I like him too, Short Dog. I think May is getting slept on. Yeah, I like May a lot. I do. A biggest soap opera in the league. Always is, Matthew. Always is. And you know what? A lot of us fans are getting tired of it. You know? I'm going to light their ass up, Matthew. It's going to make for a lot of content. I'm going to light them up. If Eagles start signing players and getting under the cap quick and we're still dragging our feet and these big moves all in are just re-signing Dak and CD and Micah and that's our all-in moves, oh, shit. We're lighting their ass up. Light them up, light them up. I'm actually glad Quinn is gone. I know you are, Brad. But we still want to know, why did you play zone? I know why. I want to know other things, but, you know. I want to know why our defensive lineman went from 333 to 293 during the season. Why did Mozzie? Was Mozzie told to lose all that weight, or did he just lose it on his own? I think Jerry's going to do something crazy. Maybe. Hey, I'm here for it. You know what, Short Dog? I'm not going to criticize if they go out and make, let's say they bring in Reader from Cincinnati or like a stud D lineman, and that's, let's say they bring in 2 linebackers, one of them being, you watch, we'll get Bobby Wagner this year. You watch. A year too late. But I wouldn't mind a Bobby if it was the second guy, but if we bring in a couple linebackers, a D tackle, and possibly Henry, or then draft a guy in the second round, but it wouldn't be Brooks because he ain't gonna play this year. I think you're gonna see our running back, Deuce Vaughn, get some play. They'll probably bring back Rico. And, Malik is already back. So, what's up, Clemente? How are you? Short Dog, would you trade Trey Lance during the draft? I don't know what they see. I don't know what they've seen from him. The only way I would. Okay, here's the deal. I would under this circumstance. If Dallas signed Dak Prescott to a long-term deal before the draft, why not? If somebody's going to give you a 4th-round pick, something higher than we gave up, do it. Do it. I would, yes. I think we needed, or even possibly a 3rd-round pick. If it's at the end of the round, maybe we can do that. So, I think we need a DL, a coach in the Browns, 49ers, or Ravens. Who knows, man? You know how Dallas is. They like their own. So, Trey Lance has no trade value. Nobody wanted him. Yeah, I agree, Matthew. But the question was posed to me, would I? Well, we just traded a bottom of the round 4, or basically the 24th pick in the 4th round for him. So, I would have to get something better in return. If not, then why trade him? Then you just lost. He didn't even play one down to help his value. So I'm glad for Dan Quinn, but who are we getting to take his place? Lady Libra. I think it's going to be Zimmer, Rivera, Harris, or Joe Witt. Howard brought up Joe Witt. I forgot about Joe Witt. He could possibly be the D coordinator. Would I be happy with that? No. I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but I'm like a lot of people. I want to go young. I mean, either give me Zimmer or I don't even know about Rivera, honestly. Rivera, as of late, hasn't done much. So, I don't know, man. It's not looking good for our defense. Felix, Saturday, February 3rd, 12 noon. Okay, so it's Saturday. All right, I got you. I'll be working. Jacob's too expensive for you guys. Use that money. Yeah, I don't know what he's going to get. That was my guess. So that's why I said you bring in Henry for a 1 year deal, and then draft a running back in the second round, and then then you're perfect. You don't even have to sign Henry, and then go get me a running back in the second or third round. I think they're going to expand the role of Deuce Vaughn. You got Rico. Don't forget Hunter Lepke. I really like Hunter Lepke. He's more of a running back. He's not a fullback. He just needs to hold on to the ball at the goal line. That's all. I think they trade Dak, but I don't know who are you getting for him. You would get a 1 for him. He has value. He definitely has value. It wouldn't be a top of the round 1. It would be middle of the round 1, mid-teens. That would be the best you could hope for. Worst case, a high 2. Thanks, Clemente. East Side, Dallas will be back in the dumpster soon, where they belong. A good day to you too, my man. Thanks for joining with your positivity. Nice. Maybe bring something encouraging and uplifting to the chat. Fucking throw a glizzy at your ass. Trey Lance for Allen or Payne. Either one, man. Give me Jerome Payne. But I don't think they're gonna want to leave now with Dan Quinn there. Hit the good. Thank you, Felix. You wish Lee side. Did Mozzie get off the juice? Maybe. I was thinking about that too, Devil Dog. Was he on the juice? That's a good point. Jacobs over Henry. I like Jacobs over Henry, Steven. He's going to cost a lot more money, and we're still paying Zeke $6 million. So I don't know that that's the move, unless we don't have a Dak, or we trade a Parsons and we really have a lot of money. I like the Henry move to go out and get a Brooks in the second round or whatever. That would be great. With a Deuce Vaughn, I think you're cooking with gas. If they don't try to get Bobby, they are total idiots. David Cowboy, I think Bobby, he slowed down a bit. He's still good, but I don't want them to bring in Bobby and go, we got our stud, because Bobby's not a stud. Bobby's just a reliable linebacker. But he's getting to the point now where it's like the Miami linebacker we got, Zach. What was his name? The Miami linebacker that we got, Zach. Help me out, Zach. He's a Hall of Famer. Anyway, he was shot by the time he got here. Trey Lawrence has arm strength and is only 23, can run. That's not valuable. I think it is. It is, but he has to prove it on the field, Clemente. Like Howard said, we were the highest offer, and that was a bottom of the round 4. So he would have to play, which is why I said that could be, if we were to trade Dak and draft a high guy, or, you're not going to draft a high quarterback if Dak's still on the roster. So let's say you traded Micah for the number 2 pick and you drafted a quarterback. Well, now you got to unload Dak, probably for a second-round pick. I think Al wouldn't be bad, but a veteran advisor with him, if that makes sense. Yeah, and that's what Joe Witt is more than... he can run the defense, but I think we need to change, man. I think we need to change. He got beat out by Sam Darnold in camp. Yes, he did. I don't think losing... Brad says, I don't think losing Quinn is that big a deal. Good. People acting like we're done because he's gone. It's for the better. We'll see, Brad. You can't be 100% positive on that. Anytime you change a coordinator, it's not always better. Okay, we got rid of Kellen Moore. Stats-wise, we were better this year, but we didn't go as far in the playoffs. We won a playoff game last year. So it's, that was a central time for Senior Bowl. Okay. What's up, Thomas? Yo, Thomas, I did see your video. I was watching you. I should have commented. I was on the run, but you make that shit look easy, man, at the gym. I just re-upped my membership to Planet Fitness, too. Looks like that's where you were, Thomas. So I got the membership where if I'm out of town, I could use any gym. So I'm going to start going back. It doesn't matter who they hire at TC. Switch to a 3-4 and change it up. I agree. Matthew Claypool. Yeah, high 2. I see 60 mil for a 9. Yeah, here we go. You're just going to shit on my squad. Nah, man. Let's see. Short dog. Devin White. Devin White is a good one. I'm thinking of old school Miami Dolphins. Who was that guy we had? Zach, help me out. Remember we signed him as a free agent and he played 1 year, got hurt? Zach. He just went in the Hall of Fame like 2 years ago or last year. Tell Eastside to go to the Texans podcast. Oh, that's like watching paint dry. Zach Thomas, you got it. Zach Thomas. By the time we got Zach Thomas, he was shot. Alina, how are you, Alina? How are you? Bobby had like 189 tackles. Yeah, and I'm on board with bringing him in, but he's a year older. We should have had him 2 years ago. But yeah, but we need more than one. We need a guy like Bobby to be that veteran presence, and I still want another dude. And then we have Overshown coming back from a ACL. Robert Garcia, because of Dan waiting to take a job, we're now late on coach candidates. Yeah, and Robert, what's to say that because Dan Quinn was too busy taking meetings that he didn't do his job and game planning properly for the Green Bay Packers? That's how I'm kind of looking at it. That rule needs to be changed. You got to wait till the season's over. I don't care that if it's fair or if it's not fair for these coaches. Everybody, no new how about this? No new hires until after this past weekend, a championship weekend. Since you have the bye week, fine. You can do all your, and that's up to you. If you're in the Super Bowl, there's only 2 teams that would affect at that point. Okay, and then you got to wait. If you really want them, you got to wait. What's up, David? What's up, Game Time? Quinn is now the enemy. He is the enemy. Okay, you're a true fit. I saw purple, so I figured it was Planet Fitness. You make that shit look easy, man. Throwing that around. Jojo Gonzalez, what's the weather like in San Antonio? It's probably beautiful this time of year, Felix. It's probably beautiful. Did anybody see if Mark Holmes is back yet at the Man Cave? Eagles DC and Super Bowl pulled that shit with Arizona. Yeah, Matthew Claypool. It's I just don't think it's fair that, especially when you go right from the regular season and you have a game right away. Something was amiss because we did not. Our coaches were horrible. Even McCarthy was horrible, and he. Last I seen Mark Holmes, he was still on the road. Okay, Felix, yeah. It's not too far from Myrtle Beach. It's probably a couple-hour drive. Should be tampering charges. Yeah, Matthew, it's kind of BS, man. It's 70 in San Antonio. Yeah, we call that beautiful, JoJo. 70 with no humidity, right? I love that weather. Randy Reyes, what's up, brother? Venezuela, shout out to you, my man. Thank you. I haven't seen you in here. Thanks for commenting, man. I hope you subscribe. Thanks, Randy. I appreciate it. Venezuela is beautiful. Michael down to 55 degrees here in Virginia. Mike, are you near Mark? Or are you like more towards me? Are you like more towards DC, right? Devil Dog, 72 and sunny on the river. Oh, man. You think maybe a trade CD? I don't see it through. No, CD's not going anywhere. That's the one guy I guarantee you is coming back. Finishing up, then heading back. See you tomorrow. Howard, have a good night, man. I'll be done at 4:30. What time is it? Oh, yeah, I got to roll. I got 30 seconds. Headed to this river walk. Never been there, man. I plan on getting there. I heard it's beautiful, Felix. 59% humidity. Yeah, that's good, right? That's good, JoJo. But yeah, so that's it for me, everybody. You might see me later tonight. I don't know. Me and Mark might do something. What's today? Today's Thursday. He probably won't want to do a live because he has his live tomorrow night. I'm close to him, but I haven't watched any of his update videos. I just mean because I'm 3 hours from Mark, even though I'm in Jersey. and he's in Virginia. So, but all right, everybody, 60 in St. Louis. I like that too, Sugar Daddy. I'll talk to everybody. I'll talk to you later. Peace out. Late.